Hello and welcome. In this video, I'm going to be showing what is going on if you're taking the Brad Schiff Becoming WordPress Development Unlocking Power with Code course on Udemy. Once you get to section 11, this section over here, section 11 and the first part 51. So that first lesson is very confusing because it looks like it hasn't been updated in a while. And the reason why I say that is because when you get to the part where you have to drag, so inside the folder that it was downloaded from the GitHub, you have University Static Master, and then there is a package.json here that you have to drag into your project that you're working on. And once you drag that on there, you pretty much have to make sure that you have node.js installed on your machine, which I do. My version is this one right here. Then once you do that, you do npm install. Once you install that, then supposedly everything should work. It does work on mine because I did follow along. I did find my index.js, which is this one right here. And further along in that video, Brad does say to write alert, and just to make sure that there's something prompting on your project, just write whatever you can on here. In my case, I wrote testing 1, 2, 3, and then when you refresh the page, you should get something like this, which is working. That's a quick test to prove that. But what I did notice that once I installed, because this took a while, it took about 2.5 minutes to 3 minutes for me, but I did get a few warnings and errors. So I have, it looks like most of this stuff right here is deprecated. Some of these things were no longer supported. There's also a lot of the warnings come from this css/style.scss. So it does look like a lot of the stuff that's inside this file right here, which are packages that we need to install for our project to work correctly, it looks like it has to be updated. Again, I don't think this part of the course has been updated in a while, but I did find someone else in here ran into this issue. Pretty much the package.json is outdated, and he wants us to install some new code. So what I'm going to do now is, upon installing, when you do npm install, it takes a while because it does have to install a whole bunch of things in here, which is this node modules folder. And as you can see, there's a whole bunch of stuff on here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to delete this folder to trash. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my package.json and I'm going to update this. So you can see the shortcode that I had before, and then this new code that one of the students provided is actually longer. It has a lot more stuff on there. So let's go ahead and remove this. And let's try to run the npm install again. So let's try this one more time. Okay, let's do npm install. And we'll let that run and see what happens. Okay, so as you can see, this has finished installing, and this code was provided by him about 7 months ago. And upon the time that I'm recording this video, you can see that there's actually still more warnings. So most of the stuff usually gets updated. I don't know how often. It's actually less warnings than what I had before. So I'm going to proceed to continue on the course with this package. So when I reload my page, because I added that warning on here, that alert, if I refresh, it still comes up. But I like this option better because I don't see a lot of stuff that's deprecated, and I don't see those multiple warnings that I got before from that .scss file. I would say this is more I wouldn't say a fix because I haven't continued on with the course, but then I would say that if you're running into these issues, this is actually a better way to follow along with the course. Anyways, thank you for watching and come back to watch more videos.